Hey guys, it's Gwen. It's time for Real Hair Revelations for tonight. This is one of my favorite topics. I feel like I say that every week. Like I'm always like, this is my favorite topic, but talking about hair in general is one of my favorite topics. It's probably my most favorite topic, but this legit is one of my favorite topics because anytime I can talk about things that people don't really know about, that's kind of like a little hidden secret to hair growth and just making your hair thrive and look amazing, it is always exciting for me because, as I've said before, a lot of times I feel like we have been sold this like bill of goods that natural hair is so difficult, it's so hard, it's so challenging and all that other stuff, and it's just simply not true. Natural hair is not hard to handle. It is not hard to manage. I don't care if your hair is 1A or if your hair is 7X. It doesn't matter if what type of porosity you have, what type of density you have, what type of coarseness or fineness or whatever. It is really broken down to a few simple things. And one of those things is what we put into our bodies. Thank you guys for all the love. I'm glad you like my locks. It took me, I got them done yesterday. Some of you watched my video when I was blowing my hair out in preparation for them. And this is actually the lightest I've ever gotten. And this is like more like it's kind of hard to tell in this video, but these are, I think they call them blonde. So it's like blonde and brown. So they look really, as I'm looking at myself in this video, they kind of look browner than I think that they do in real life. But they're lighter than normal. And so I decided to get these because I have never gone this light before. And I have been thinking about doing it with my own hair, and I figured, I was like, let me just try it with some fake hair first, and then if I like it with the fake hair, then I'll consider doing it with my own hair. So it took me a little bit to get used to it because I really wasn't accustomed to it being that light. But as the day has gone by, I'm kind of feeling it. So I'm glad you like it. And actually, these are shorter than my normal locks. If you guys remember, my normal locks are normally like long, like down here. So I decided to get the bob length this time to see how I liked it. And I'm feeling it. I like it. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys like my hair. But this is really exciting for me to talk about because this is actually going to be a two-part video. So these are my top 10 foods for hair growth. And since we don't have all day to be here, we're going to do this in two parts. It's going to be 5 and then 5. So this video is going to be the first 5. So they're in no particular order, by the way. These are my first 5 foods for growing hair. I'm not just going to give you the foods to grow your hair. I'm going to give you the reason why they're important to grow your hair. So I try to make sure these 10 are incorporated into my diet not at all times, because I'm obviously not going to eat all these every single day or necessarily even every single week. But I am going to eat them eat some of these on a consistent basis pretty regularly. And if you watched my video yesterday, I showed you guys again my hair growth. You guys have seen the wash and go that I did. For those of you who are in the Naturalicious Nation, you probably saw the wash and go that I did last weekend when I took my Singalinese twist out. And a lot of you commented like, your hair's grown so much. And when I did my blog yesterday, I said to you, I'm not taking any vitamins. I'm not doing any crazy, gimmicky sort of like tricks to like make my hair grow. I'm not throwing my head over a bed, hoping the blood rushes to my head, which a lot of people call the inversion method. I'm not doing what's called the greenhouse method, which is where you like kind of infuse your hair with like tons and tons and tons of moisture, with several plastic bags and all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing that, although I do add moisture to my hair on a regular basis, but I'm not doing these like hair tricks that fly around the web, because it is my goal to show you guys that black hair grows no matter what the texture is, no matter it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. We make it hard and complicated because so many people have, sold us this bill of goods. It's just not true. And so I've basically only been eating really, really well in terms of the types of foods that I eat. I've been protecting my hair with protective styles, and I've been using the Naturalicious products. That's it. I haven't done anything else. And so a lot of you have seen that growth from last May until now. And if I stay on track, I think probably by maybe August, September time, if I'm doing my math right, my hair will probably be right about to my bra strap in the back. So That's it. It was up here when I cut it in May, and it's actually down here right now. So it's got a lot. It's gone. When I pull it down, I didn't have my hair flat ironed yesterday, so with the little bit of shrinkage, it was probably like more like up to here. But when it's stretched like all the way down, it's like down here. So anyway, let's get into the foods that you need to be eating in order to make sure that your hair is thriving and growing. And some of you who are experiencing thinning or hair loss, some of these foods will combat that stuff if you are consistent. Remember, the key word when it comes to hair, particularly naturally dry hair like ours, is consistency. You cannot eat these foods for a day, go out with your boo for a meal and be like, oh, I had my whatever it is, and I'm gonna suddenly have this massively growing hair. It's not gonna happen. You have to be consistent with it, okay? So I'm gonna get into the 5 things, and then I will go back through and answer your questions. And before I get started, let me say hey to everybody who said hi to me. Who we got? Hey, Delitha. Hello, Vakia. I'm glad you love my hair, boo. Hey, E. That's Erica. Hello, Lee. Oh, if you were watching this on replay, I forgot to say it. If you're watching this on replay, you guys, comment replay so that we know you watched it on replay. If you are here live, say what's up. If you are OG, y'all know what to do. Comment OG, because I love my OGs who come every single week and join me for RHR, okay? Hey, Eva. Hello, Lydia and Siobhan. Hey, thank you for your compliments on my hair. Hey, Tamara, I'm glad you like it. Hey, Audrey. What's up, Alice and Mary? Hey, Kim. Hello, Marshall. Marshall, did you get your, you probably didn't get your prize pack yet because we had to find out if you were okay with the medium-sized shirt. But it is on its way. I know it shipped like the other day. So, it's on its way. Tamara, I will answer your question after I get through the topic. Tracy, hello. Hey, Yulene. Oh, I love you too, my love. Hello. Hey, Brenda. Congrats on your win. I don't want to delay the point anymore, but I do want to give you guys a few of my church announcements. The first one is that if you are not in the nation, or you have been living under a rock today, please know that step 1, both in the pink and the purple editions, are on sale at 30% off. The nation is always the first to find out, so I'm telling you guys, I have not told the email list yet. I have not put it on the website. The only people who know are you guys. So if you want that deal, 30% off, the code is FIYA30. And FIYA is spelled FIYAH 30. FIYAH 30. The number 30, okay? Make sure that you go and get that. I just got a notification that my phones are gonna die, so I need to go get my charger. Can y'all hold on for me? I left my charger in my other room. Hold on, okay? Okay, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. I don't want my phone to die. Thank you, Monica, for posting that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, everybody look at what Monica posted. That is the code. It's FIYA30. Now listen, the sale is on step 1, 8 ounce, not 16 ounce, not the gallon, not the travel sizes. Step 1, 8 ounces. I advise that if you really want it, you get it and you stock up, because once they are gone, they're gone. We have a bit of an overstock, so I need to move them. So I'm giving you guys 30% off. If you want them, get them, because as soon as I put them on the email list, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be gone in a few days. So I advise that you guys get it. If you already got some, maybe get some more, because they're gonna be gone shortly after it goes on the email list. The email list has over 100,000 people on it. Keep that in mind, right? The nation has a little under 9,000 people. So again, y'all have first dibs. Once it goes on our email list, I can't guarantee it's going to be available. And once they're gone, and the sale will be over. So it could be over as early as tomorrow. It could be over as late as next week. I don't know. It just depends on how fast they move. Okay? All right. Let's get into, oh, one more thing. By the way, don't forget, tomorrow is the start of the face challenge, the facial challenge with step 1. All right? The facial challenge with step 1 starts tomorrow. So what we're doing is that every day for 7 days, it's only for 7 days, every day for 7 days, we are going to use step 1 as a face mask. Now keep in mind that step 1 is not formulated to be a face product, but it is an amazing face product for a ton of us who are using it. I know some of you are saying you have sensitive skin and it doesn't necessarily work so great for you guys. That's okay. If you have sensitive skin, no worries. But those of us who are able to use it, please join me tomorrow. We're going to do the facial challenge once a day. Nothing else you need to do. You don't need to scrub your face with it. You literally are just going to wash your face with whatever you normally use. Put the mask on your face as a facial mask. Let it sit, and then go ahead and rinse it off with cool water. That's it. We're going to do that for 7 days, and we're going to track our progress to see how our skin feels and how our skin looks. I know for me personally, when I use it, my pores are so much tighter. My skin feels even softer. So I'm excited for all of us to try it, okay? Starts tomorrow. Let's get into this topic. Yes, Siobhan, it is probably going to be coming, hopefully next year. We'll see. The skincare line. Okay, I have to write down, I have my notes here because I don't want to forget any of these. But trust me, these are things I use all the time myself. The first one, and probably my favorite, even though I'm not a big meat eater, I don't eat really any meat except for fish every blue moon. For the most part, I'm vegetarian, but every now and then I switch over to pescatarian. And when I do, I'm eating salmon. Salmon is number 1 on my list because it is rich in protein, omega-3, is rich in protein and omega-3, and is I'm reading here because I wrote all this stuff down for y'all. For salmon is rich in protein and omega-3 and is vital for hair growth. The important thing to know is that your body cannot produce omega-3. Omega-3 is vital for hair growth though, but our bodies cannot produce it. And so Lee says she's having technical issues. Are you guys having technical issues too, or is it just Lee? Let me know, you guys in the comments. Again, your body cannot produce omega-3 fatty acids, but it's really, really, really important for hair growth and hair thriving. So in order to get it, you have to get it from an outside source. Salmon, particularly wild-caught salmon, wild-caught salmon, not necessarily farm-raised salmon, is the best choice. However, I realize some of you may not like fish, some of you may have fish allergies, or some of you may just not like salmon. If that's the case, you can also get the same thing from avocados, okay? If you don't like avocados, okay, but I love avocados and I love salmon. So hopefully you guys like one of those two. You can get this from salmon and avocados. Remember, our hair is made of protein, so we need protein in order to keep it strong. If you guys are experiencing any sort of like breakage issues, or if your hair is like really weak or frail or fragile coming out, but when it grows out of your head, a lot of times it might be because you're lacking adequate amounts of protein in your diet. All right. So make sure that you are getting it. The benefit of salmon. So some of you may say, well, I can just eat beef or pork or chicken. Yes, to get the protein, possibly. But of course, you don't have to be a meat eater to get protein. You can get protein from legumes. You can get them from all sorts of vegetables, beans, all sorts of vegetables. You can also get it from really good protein shakes, like bone broth is a really good protein shake that I take, that I drink from time to time. You get your protein in various ways, but the benefit of salmon and avocados is that it also comes packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which again is so important for hair growth, okay? So you get 2 bangs for the buck with salmon and or avocados. So if you like salmon, Marshall says she loves avocados. She eats them almost every day. My mom is the exact same way. She literally will just peel an avocado and just eat it like with a fork. She loves avocados. So avocados and salmon are essential for growth. That's number 1. And again, these are not in any particular order, okay? Number 2 is walnuts. This is a really cool one because walnuts, again, has that omega-3 fatty acid that I just told you that is essential for hair growth, but it also has vitamin E, right? And guess what? It also has biotin. We know that biotin is one of the most amazing naturally based supplements for hair. I know you guys have heard this before. For hair, skin, and nails, biotin is it. Biotin is the bomb, right? Walnuts has it naturally. All right. So if you, now again, these are going to be raw walnuts, not the processed ones that are full of salt, or even the ones that are like dry roasted, because once they do the processing and the roasting and all that stuff to the nuts, a lot of times the benefits and the nutrients and the minerals have been, they get removed from it in that process. These are going to be the raw walnuts. Yes, Natasha, walnuts have biotin. Crazy, right? But again, this is raw walnuts. So if you really don't like raw nuts, I know like my dad does, he loves nuts, but he hates raw nuts. What you can do is you can actually, if you like nuts in general, like dry roasted nuts or even salted nuts, you can actually get some of those and then get another bag of raw walnuts. Say that 5 times fast. Raw walnuts, and mix it into there. So that way you're still getting the benefits from the raw walnuts, but then you also have the taste benefit and the taste profile of the salted dry roasted nuts that you probably like better. Okay? Because it's very hard to maintain something if you don't really like the taste of it. And so I realize some of you may not enjoy raw nuts. I personally like raw walnuts, but some people don't. So if you don't, you can just mix it in with dry roasted nuts, and that way you can get both. Okay? Yes, I love the fact that walnuts have biotin. And if you've ever really paid attention, or really just kind of had some raw walnuts just sitting kind of like on a paper towel, you'll notice that it has natural oils in it. That natural oil is the vitamin E that's found in walnuts. The great thing about the vitamin E component of raw walnuts is that the oil, when you're consuming it, it actually permeates through your scalp and through your follicles. It actually helps your hair to be shinier. So if you want shiny hair naturally without having to use like Isoplus spray and all that kind of stuff, you can get it from eating raw walnuts consistently. All right? Yes, raw almonds too, Dorothy. The next thing is oysters. Now here's my thing. I'm not really a big fan of oysters. I don't really like shellfish. So I'm gonna give you some other options other than oysters if you're not an oyster person. But oysters are full of zinc. Zinc is really, really amazing for combating hair loss and thinning. So if you are somebody who feels like, your edges are kind of lacking and you're not pulling on them really hard all the time, or you're not wearing your hair in a lot of tight updos and you just can't figure out why your hair is thinning around the edges or even the center of your head or anywhere around your head, it might be that you're lacking adequate zinc. So make sure that you are getting your zinc. You can take zinc supplements, but you can also just simply get them from oysters. And if you're like Erica, who loves oysters, you can totally get them from that. Or if you are like Sina or Mashal, who say oysters are gross and yuck, you can skip that and you can actually get the same thing from beef and eggs. So I personally, in this case, me personally being someone who does not eat beef and does not like oysters, eggs would be the option for me. Okay, eggs are full of zinc. They help to eliminate hair loss, and they also help to eliminate thinning. So even if you don't have a bald spot or really like a spot anywhere on your head that you can actually see your scalp, even if you're thinning, or if you feel your hair is weak, or if you feel your hair doesn't grow in a certain area or all over like it should, you can totally use beef, eggs, or oysters to combat that. Again, this is stuff you're going to have to do consistently. You can't go to Louisiana, have some oysters today, and while you're at the Essence Music Festival hanging out with your girls, and then be like, I have my oysters, why ain't my hair growing? You got to be consistent with it, okay? So make sure, or if you like all three of these, you can totally do a combination and mix it up between beef, eggs, and oysters, okay? Dorothy's asking about egg white, the whole egg, baby, the whole entire egg. Yep, no problem, Olarumi. Thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so the entire egg in this case, Dorothy. So the white and the yolk. The next one of my favorite foods is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes have beta carotene, as you might expect from the orangish color of them, right? Beta carotene that when it's consumed into the body actually turns into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for preventing dandruff. So if you are someone who's experiencing flaky scalp or dandruff or anything like that, it might be because you don't have enough vitamin A, which can be found in sweet potatoes, and when consumed into your body, it turns into vitamin A. So if you love sweet potatoes like Erica and like me, like I could literally eat sweet potatoes every single day. I bake me a sweet potato and I, put my little stuff on it. Girl, I could eat that literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love sweet potatoes, which is funny because my nephew hates them. Like he won't even eat sweet potato pie. Like he can't stand them. But I love sweet potatoes. And anybody who loves sweet potatoes will love this component. Again, it combats dry, flaky scalp, even sometimes itchy scalp. So if you are experiencing, now, don't get me wrong, okay? If you haven't washed your hair in a while, you can't eat some sweet potatoes and be like, my itchy scalp should stop. No. You still need to wash your hair, okay? But as long as you are doing what you're supposed to do with your hair, you're washing it on a consistent basis, but you're still experiencing flakiness or dryness or even dandruff, you might be able to combat that with eating sweet potatoes very consistently, okay? Everybody who's commenting is saying that they love sweet potatoes, which is exciting because the last one was oysters, and some of y'all was like, I ain't about that oyster life. Some of y'all was like, I love oysters. So that one had mixed reviews, but at least sweet potatoes seem to be a popular one. Let's see. Vakia said, am I the only one that has all these in regularly with the exception of the oysters? Probably not. I mean, these are very common foods, right? Sweet potatoes, eggs, beef. What else we talk about? Salmon, avocado. So the nice thing about this is that that none of these foods are hard to come by. I feel like a lot of times when you hear about things that are great for your body or great for your hair or skin, it's always some like exotic plant you got to go to like Egypt to get or something, or have imported or something crazy. But the nice thing about these is that they're all easily accessible no matter where you are, at least in the United States. And they're very, very, for the most part, very good. So I did read about, there was another fruit or vegetable that's found in India. I can't remember the name of it, but it was found like this shiny, like green ball. It was kind of strange because I've never really seen it before. And it was supposed to be really good for like thyroid. Excuse me. And you could only get it in like Indian markets. Well, luckily where I live at in Michigan, those of you who are in Michigan may not know this, but Arabic is actually the second most popular language in the state of Michigan because we have a very high Middle Eastern and Arabic community in the state of Michigan, particularly in Metro Detroit. And so I have access to like Indian and Middle Eastern markets, but most people in the country don't, so it's like if you want this, you got to go all the way to India to try and get this fruit for your thyroid. It's crazy. But again, luckily all these are here. Okay. The last one for the night. So this is number 5. Remember, we're going to do top 10, but tonight we're going to do 5, and next week we'll do the next 5. Tonight, the next one is eggs, which is, everybody can find eggs everywhere. Eggs obviously are high in protein, but they're also really high in iron, zinc, selenium, and sulfur. What a lot of us don't know is that iron actually carries oxygen to the hair follicle, right? Iron carries oxygen to the hair follicle. And without enough oxygen going to your hair follicle, it actually leads to hair loss, right? So if you have quite a bit of shedding or things like that, or again, slow to no hair growth, it might be because you don't have an adequate amount of oxygen going to your hair follicles. And that can be combated by eating an adequate amount of iron, which you can get in eggs. So if you like eggs, and again, this is the entire egg, not just the white or not just the yolk, this is both. You can get it in eggs. Very easy to find, very accessible. Most people like eggs. If you don't like eggs, you can totally take an iron supplement. And all of these things that I've talked about, what's happening here? All right, there we go. All the things that I've talked about tonight are things that you can find in a supplement. So for example, if you don't like, let's say salmon, you can obviously take a protein shake, right? If you don't like walnuts, you can take vitamin E. You can also take biotin. So you don't necessarily have to eat these, but these are really great foods because I'm not a pill person. I try to take vitamins and then I forget, or I just don't like it, or what have you. So All of these are available as supplements. Unfortunately, it's going to be really hard to find all of this stuff in one supplement. So you're going to have to take multiple vitamins or multiple pills, which you may not enjoy. I personally don't. I try to take vitamins and all that kind of stuff all the time, and I do it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm so over it. Unless it's a gummy, and the only reason I do that is because it's sweet and it tastes good. But then I know that most gummies don't really have a lot of vitamin components in it. It's really just mostly gummy, not like it's really just sugar and coloring as opposed to actual nutrients and minerals and vitamins. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So instead, I'm a foodie and I love to eat. So I eat these foods on a very regular basis. Again, so tonight, the salmon, walnuts, oysters, sweet potatoes, and eggs are 5 of the top 10 foods. And again, these are in no particular order. So it's not like this week I'm giving you the top 5 and next week I'm giving you the 6 through 10. It's just, you know, they're in no particular order. So don't feel like if you miss next week or if you got to wait till next week or whatever to get the next set of the 5. I will come back next week with the rest of them for you though. But this is a really cool topic, I think, because again, I get questions all the time like, Gwen, what do you think about hair affinity? Or what do you think about this vitamin or this supplement or this gummy? Or what do you think about the inversion method? Or what do you think about rice water? What do you think about that? I get these questions all the time. And again, natural, coily, kinky hair is not hard. We don't have to do all that stuff. Now, if you want to do it, sure, some of it may speed up some growth. Not really though. But if you want your hair to do amazing things that you didn't probably think it could do, you really just have to be consistent. You have to do the things I've talked about. Use products that have really amazing ingredients that are designed for our hair type, like Naturalicious, or if you are into another brand, that's fine too. But Naturalicious has everything that you need. Make sure that you keep your hands out of your head, right? Don't always be planning it. Don't always be doing it. Try to do some protective styles sometimes. That may involve adding fake hair. That may involve just putting your own hair up into a style that doesn't require a lot of manipulation on a consistent basis every week, or I'm sorry, not every week, but every day, So, and then that's really it. You don't really have to take a ton of vitamins, a ton of pills, or anything like that. You just have to eat really well. Remember, everything that goes into our body comes out in some kind of way, right? It's either going to come out of our body, like, for example, when we eat, I learned this from my esthetician friend, Jessica, when you eat peanut butter, or when certain people with oily skin eat peanut butter, we actually end up with we can break out very easily around the chin area. And I love peanut butter. I'm like a peanut butter freak. Like I literally will take a spoon to a jar of peanut butter and just eat it. And it drives Mike nuts. But I do it all the time. I just did it today. And a lot of times though, when you do that, we'll end up with little pimples from breakouts because our skin is really sensitive from the oil. And peanut butter is very oily. And so everything that goes into your body comes out in some way. When you drink water, a lot of times people have really amazing skin when they drink water on a consistent basis because that benefit, that nourishment is coming out of your body in some kind of way. And not only does it come out in your skin, it comes out in your eyes, it comes out in your lashes, it comes out in your eyebrows, it comes out in your hair. So if you are eating garbage, if you're eating junk food and pops or sodas regularly and you're not getting in the really good stuff too, you're going to see it affect your beauty for basically. So it'll affect your hair, it'll affect your skin and your, even your nails, it'll affect your nails. People who eat a lot of good proteins, they tend to have really strong nails because nails and hair are made of protein. So again, if you want these things to happen, you just have to do your part and be consistent. We've been sold this bill of goods that there's all these quick fixes, and there are no quick fixes. You guys know that, just like dieting and working out, right? Like you cannot, but most diets fail because they're just not sustainable, right? And it's not that the diet necessarily doesn't work. It's just that it's unrealistic. Like I remember in college, the cabbage soup diet was like the big thing, and we would all go. I'm sure dorms have evolved since I was in college, but when I was in college, we had like this community like kitchen, and we had to go down into the dorm, into the kitchen. You had to kind of take your turn cooking, And like I would go down there and I would cook up the cabbage soup for all the girls in my dorm, in my wing of the dorm, and we would all like eat this cabbage soup, and it was so disgusting. Like, who is really going to eat cabbage soup for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever? Nobody, because it's gross, right? But we did it because we wanted to lose weight and be skinny and all that stuff. But it's not sustainable. So what is more sustainable is a lifestyle change, right? Lifestyle change of eating dark green leafy vegetables on a regular basis, drinking adequate amounts of water, getting rest, taking good care of yourself. That's the stuff that's sustainable. And so all these things where, you know, they want you to flip your head over the bed and, you know, do all these different methods for your hair. You may do it for a little bit, but it's not sustainable. You can't do that for the rest of your life. What you can do for the rest of your life is eat good food, drink good water on a regular basis, use great products that have healthy ingredients that are designed for us. All that kind of stuff, that's lifestyle change, and that's sustainable. So I hope that this topic has been really cool and interesting for you. I cannot wait to come back next week and give you the other 5 foods for healthy hair growth. If you missed any part of this, make sure that you go back and watch the replay so that you can see the entire thing. It is a really fun, cool, interesting topic. Let me go through the comments and make sure I answer all the questions that I missed while I was talking. Let's see. I think I saw Tanetta as the first question, if I'm not mistaken. It was early on. Let's see. Yes, Tamara. I thought it was Tanetta who asked it, but it was Tamara. Tamara says, isn't it a myth that your hair can't grow faster? I've been seeing a lot of ads promoting fast hair growth. Girl, yes. Yes, it is a myth that your hair cannot grow faster. And I hope you are still on watching this live, because I really want you specifically to hear this because you asked a question, but I want everybody else to listen up. Your hair cannot grow faster. There's nothing you can do to make your hair grow faster. What you can do is stop the breakage. Your hair is always growing unless you have something that is a scalp condition like alopecia areata, or, you know, even seborrhea dermatitis, which my son has a little bit of that. It's kind of going away now that he's getting older. But even that doesn't necessarily stop hair growth. It can just kind of have some challenges. But really, like, alopecia is a really good example. And sometimes psoriasis, depending on where on the scalp is taking place. Those can cause your hair to, you know, kind of have some challenges growing. But if you don't have any of those scalp issues, your hair is always growing. The problem is that your hair is breaking as fast as it's growing. And so it seems like it's not growing at all. So as fast as it's growing out of your scalp, it's breaking at the ends, right? So it feels like your hair is at a standstill, like you're not making any progress. And that's why people think their hair is not growing, but that's not true. Their hair is always growing. Our hair on average, as humans, grows 1/2 inch per month. 1/2 inch is so little. Like, it's nothing. 1/2 inch is like, it's like not even the length of my finger. My finger, not even the length of my nail. Like, it's like this much. It's super small. So if your hair is breaking that 1/2 inch that is growing from your scalp, you're never going to see the growth because it's breaking 1/2 inch as it's growing 1/2 inch. So you're never going to see any sort of length change. So yes, Tamara, these products, you got to remember, companies are in business to make money. And so they will give you all the buzzwords, all the, you know, things that sell you the pipe dream, the hope and the dream. That's what they're selling, right? They're not necessarily selling products. They're trying to sell you transformation. They're trying to sell you the idea that if you take this pill or you take this vitamin, you're going to be transformed in such a way that you're going to see this amazing fast hair growth. And you're going to go from having hair up to your ears to down by your armpits in 2.5 months. Nobody's hair grows that fast. Like, it doesn't work like that, right? And what kills me, y'all about to get me on the soapbox. What kills me is when I see these bloggers and vloggers and they post their pictures and they have like short hair and they have long hair and they'll be like, May, July. And you're like, and then people are like, oh my gosh, her hair grew so much. What did she take? And it's like, oh, I took this vitamin. And that vitamin company has paid that person to say that, right? And kudos to the blogger for getting her coins. I get it. You know, I'm all for people using their talents and their skills and their resources to make money for themselves. But it's a lie. It's not possible. I don't want to say in all cases, because obviously there are exceptions to every rule, but the vast majority of cases, that is not possible. It's not feasible for your hair to grow that fast, because hair only grows half an inch per month. Now, when you combine, if you are able to retain your length, right? That's the thing. You want to be able to retain your length. The conversation is really not how do I make my hair grow faster? It's really how do I retain more of my length so that I can see the growth, right? If you're able to retain that length, imagine in the course of a year, that's 12 months. If your hair grows half an inch per month on average, in the course of a year, you're going to have 6 inches of hair, which is a lot, right? But in just the course of 1 month, half an inch is nothing. So it's really important and vital for you to, especially if you're trying to grow out your hair, it's really important and vital for you to maintain and retain that little bit of growth so that over the course of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, you will actually see the 6 inches of growth that you're looking for. Because otherwise it's just breaking as fast as it's growing. And yeah, Tamara, all these, your instincts are exactly right. And I'm so proud of you. Kudos to you for thinking that, this don't sound right, because they're lying to you. It's not true. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. Let's see, what else? I see Erica talking about how cold it is in Philly. Y'all, I'm in Michigan. And it was reported to be, I didn't go outside today, so I don't know what it was. But it was reported to be negative 36. That's literally colder than Antarctica and Siberia. Like, can you imagine? I can't even conceptualize what negative 36 even feels like with the wind chill. I can't even imagine that. Like, living in Michigan, and I'm from Ohio, it's actually colder in Michigan than it is in Ohio right now. But Ohio gets a lot of snow, where we don't get as much snow, but we get more cold because we're right by Canada. I remember maybe 5 years ago, it was like negative 10, and that was cold. That was cold AF, right? And I remember when it got up to like 1 degree, which was like a few days later, it felt like a heat wave because it was such a difference between negative 10 and 1 degree. But negative 36? My heart goes out to anyone who is without a home or homeless or whatever may be going on with them. I can't even imagine being out there with maybe a blanket and trying to survive. Like, I'm really praying for them, because this is no joke out here in these streets right now. Like, literally, it's not. So if you are not in the Midwest and you're not experiencing this, miss me with the jokes, because I've been seeing all my friends on Facebook and texting me who live in Texas and California, and I have another friend who lives in Puerto Rico texting me like, oh, you know, it's I hear it's really cold there. Or I have another friend who actually lives here, but she's on a cruise right now, and she's like, oh, I heard it was cold in Michigan. I'm out here in the Bahamas. Like, nobody asked you, okay, for your opinion. But yeah, it's freezing here. So if you are experiencing this with me, mwah, big ups to you for surviving. It's supposed to get warmer this weekend, so at least we have that. Let's see what else. Chicago. Ooh, Eva's in Chicago. Chicago has it the worst. Siobhan says she ordered the fire sale. So congratulations, Siobhan. I'm happy to hear that. Let's see what else. Who else did I miss? Any more questions? Marshall says she loves avocado. She eats them almost every day. Elisa says she loves salmon and she eats it once a week. Yay. Dorothy loves salmon too. Let's see. Yes, Latasha. I commented already, but yes, Latasha, walnuts do have biotin. Very exciting stuff to know. Who else did I miss? Phyllis says she eats avocados about 3 days a week. Love, love. Yay! Awesome. So you're getting all that omega-3 fatty acid. And by the way, you guys, the reason, if you don't know this, in step 1, we actually include avocado oil for that exact reason. So avocado oil is one of the essential ingredients that's in step 1, which is one of the reasons why step 1 works so amazingly well, in addition to a gamut of other great ingredients that we use in it. But for those of you who are fans of step 1, which is almost everybody who's watching this, step 1 has avocado oil in it. And we use it because it has naturally occurring fatty acids. We also use that same oil in no, I'm sorry, it's not in step 3, it's in step 1. Yeah, it's only in step 1. And we use it because when you are putting it on your hair and scalp, a lot of times we are actually scrubbing our scalps with it. And a lot of times that fatty acid goes into your scalp and helps to stimulate the blood flow in your scalp, because your scalp needs that fatty acid. And so we use it for the exact same reason that I'm telling you guys to use it as a food to help with the omega-3 fatty acids that your hair needs to thrive and grow. Let's see, what else? Erica loves oysters. Loves her some oysters. Let's see who else. Cena says, so informative. Thank you so much for all of this. I love natural foods and remedies. Yay! You are welcome, darling. Shaban says raw sweet potatoes. Raw sweet potatoes would be better, but I don't think most people like the sweet potatoes raw. It's always best to eat the foods raw, because when it's in its raw state, it has the most minerals and the most nutrients. However, we also have to make it palatable, right? So I personally ain't about to eat a raw sweet potato. It's got to be baked for me. So I'm going to bake it. And you're not going to get all of the beta carotene that you would get. And remember, beta carotene turns into vitamin A in your body, and that is essential for preventing thinning and all that sort of stuff. But, and also essential for sending oxygen to your hair follicle. But if you choose to eat a raw sweet potato, by all means, go for it. But you will be okay if you choose to bake it. I would not microwave it. Microwaving it is going to kill it. So you know how sometimes you can buy those sweet potatoes that they're microwavable? So they got like they come in plastic shrink wrap, and it has like a little sticker on it, and you put it in the microwave, and it says, you can microwave it for like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. Those, you're not going to get any nutrients because the microwave is going to suck them all up. But if you bake your sweet potato in the oven, then you'll be good to go. Okay? Vakia says, do you eat sweet potato fries? I do eat sweet potato fries. However, I don't eat them with the intention of getting vitamin A out of them. I eat them because they taste good. So, but sweet potato fries but it's also fried, right? So frying is going to kill a lot of the nutrients and the minerals, and it's also going to be really fatty because it's fried. That does not mean that I'm saying don't eat sweet potatoes. What I'm saying is that if you're going to intentionally eat sweet potatoes with the purpose of getting that vitamin A and that beta carotene, I would skip only eating sweet potato fries. I would add in some actual regular baked sweet potatoes as well. Okay. Latasha says, yes, I eat sweet potatoes every day. Well, almost. Eva says she likes oysters in her gumbo. Okay. I had oysters for the first time when I was in Louisiana this summer. And my friends love them. I mean, they come in like the little shell, and you like eat them, and they were like killing them. And I was just like, I was not feeling it. It wasn't for me. Not my thing. Shaban says, they tell me not to eat eggs for my thyroid issues. Really? Because I have thyroid issues too. They haven't told me that. Maybe you have a different one than I do. But you can skip the eggs. You can totally skip the eggs and eat some of these other foods. So if eggs are if your doctor says don't eat the eggs because of your thyroid, by all means follow what your doctor says. But there are obviously a ton of other options here. So if you can have salmon, if you can have avocados, walnuts, oysters, beef, sweet potatoes, you will be in very good hands with those foods, okay? Dorothy agrees with me. She's not a pill person. Fabiola says, taking your supplements in liquid form absorbs 96% more than in pill form. You are so right. You are absolutely right. And actually, Fabiola, that brings me to a thought. We were actually considering coming out with a liquid vitamin for Naturalicious for you guys, because I know a lot of people like to take vitamins, but I ain't gonna put out no mess. So it's gotta be right, it's gotta taste good, it's gotta be effective, and it's gotta be multitasking. It's gotta do multiple things for you. That's good for your body. But when we were testing it, it actually tasted really gross, which probably meant it was really good for you, but the taste was not. Again, it's got to be sustainable. Like you're not gonna do it if it doesn't taste good, if it's not palatable for you. And so we kind of went back to the drawing board on that. But for the exact same reason that you're mentioning, that your body absorbs more in liquid form, and that's why we were thinking about doing a liquid vitamin as opposed to a pill or gummy form. So yes, you're absolutely right that it does absorb more. Dorothy says, Gwen, you are losing weight. Go girl. Thank you. I've been doing the fast metabolism diet, and I've been working out. I'm not gonna say every day, but most days. Actually, me and the candy curator, we actually get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe him? He's 8 years old, y'all. He has like not willpower, what's the word I'm looking for? He has the consistency of like a grown person. Like 5 in the morning, he's up. Like, mommy, we gotta work out like before he goes to school. He's 8 years, he just turned 8. If I forget or if I oversleep, he's like, mommy, you overslept. Like, he wants to get up and work out. And he's doing like hardcore workout. Like, he's doing like insanity, like Shaun T type of workout. This ain't no like, little piddling around kind of working out. He's like really out there, and he's got like little muscles now. I'm like, if my 8-year-old can get up and can get his behind up at 5 in the morning and work out, there's no reason why I can't. So I really honestly have to thank him for motivating me, because I want to continue to, I think that's a really good trait that he has, and I want to encourage it. And so I try my best not to oversleep, or I try to go to bed early enough so I can actually get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work out with him, because he's motivating for me. But beyond that, I want to keep that, that desire to, for fitness and health that he already has learned somehow. I want to continue to encourage that and help him realize that, this is something that he should do. So thank you for noticing. I'm gonna keep it up, especially since y'all done told y'all what I'm doing. Now I can't fall off, right? Because I done put it out there, so I have to continue. But thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate that. Dorothy agrees with me about the spoons on, he says, yes, me too, spoon every day. She's talking about the peanut butter. Oh, wow, I didn't know that about peanuts. Yes, that's very true. What about the gel? Dorothy's asking about the gel. The gel is still in process. So you guys saw I posted my wash to go using the gel. We are on iteration number 3. And again, y'all know I ain't putting out no mess. It's got to be right. It's got to be right for y'all. It's got to work. It's got to be healthy for your hair, healthy for your body. Got to have great ingredients, because y'all trust me, and that's important to me. And so I'm really excited about the latest version. I loved how my wash and go came out. I loved how my twist out came out using the gel along with steps 1 and 2 and 3. So our products always have to work in conjunction with each other. So I'm really, really excited about it. And I feel really good about this version of the gel. And so now we are probably going to go into just making it shelf stable and making sure it's good to go and all that kind of stuff. But we're getting close. So hang in there with me a little bit longer. But of course the nation will be the first to know about it, and you guys will also be the first to get it. So I will offer it to you guys before anybody else gets it. So thank you guys for noticing. Let's see who else. Selene says, Gwen, those faux locks are the business. Super cute. Thank you, girlfriend. Michelle says, gonna have to do the replay. Always have a problem logging in at the start of RHR. Oh man, that sucks. Well, you'll see the replay, Michelle. No worries. Hey, Michelle Sanders. Marshall says it was negative 50. Girl, where do you live? Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Cena says it was negative 19 in Buffalo and a bunch of snow. Well, thankfully we didn't get any snow with this crazy cold weather, but we got snow like last week, but not since it's been freezing cold. But yes, it's been brisk outside, quite brisk. Chicago is now White Walker County. Okay, so Brenda said, imagine growing up in Mississippi and dealing with this disrespectful weather in Chicago. I didn't know what a wind chill was until I moved here. That's so funny. Eva says, negative 50 with a wind chill. Crazy. Selene says, what am I supposed to eat? I'm late. You missed it. Oh, Selene, you got to watch the replays, girl. Watch the replay. I explain everything in great detail. And then next week I'll come back with the next 5 foods. So next week will be part 2 of the top 10 foods to eat for your hair. I think I got everything. Let's see. A lot of y'all talking about the weather. Shabana asking, do raw sweet potatoes taste good? I don't know. I've never had them. I don't think so, but I've never had them. But Selene says raw sweet potatoes and avocado blended in a fruit smoothie is an option. So maybe they do taste good. Lee says she eats them raw all the time. They're good if they're sweet. Okay. All right. Well, Lee and Selene put me up to some game. I did not know that. You are so welcome, Siobhan. Vakia says, I make sweet potato fries and they come out good. Oh, baked sweet potato fries. Yes. Okay. Yes. Vakia, if you're making your own, that when you said sweet potato fries, I was thinking more or less like if you go out and get them from somewhere, like they're processed. But yes, if you make your own sweet potato fries and you bake them, yes, those are completely fine. You could totally eat those every single day. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Siobhan is saying yes to the liquid vitamin. Cena says a liquid vitamin would be great. Siobhan says, what type of exercise do you do when you guys work out? And Dorothy says, yes, yes, you are blessed to have that little man in your life. Yeah, thank you. So we've been doing, right now, he and I are doing T20 or Transform 20, which is Sean T's newest workout. It's literally only 20 minutes, but Caden has done and will do Insanity on his own, which is like 45 minutes to an hour. He'll just pop in the, go to, beachbodyondemand.com, and he'll press the little button and he'll start doing the workout. I don't got time for Insanity. I used to do Insanity and I could not make it. It's just too much. But we're doing T20, right? So he has T25, which is 25 minutes, but now he has Transform 20. So that's his newest one. It's 6 weeks. I get bored extremely easily with working out. So I like it because it's a different workout every single day. You know how some of these like workouts, it's like a week of different workouts and then like you're supposed to do it for 12 weeks. And so it's like the same stuff for those 12 weeks. This is literally a different workout every single day for 6 weeks. So I like it because of that. And he varies it up. And so I love it because it's only 20 minutes, but because it's 20 minutes, you guys, do not let that make you think that it's easy. Like it is probably like doubly hard because it's only 20 minutes. Like he is really trying to like pump everything he can out of you in those 20 minutes. So that's what we're doing right now. If y'all want to join me. And we're only on week 2.5. So, so we have like quite a ways to go to finish. But yeah, he literally gets up every single day and, he does it. It's nuts. It's so crazy. And the crazy part is like, I'm the one who actually has to wake him up. So I make sure I get up at 5 o'clock. And I'm like, Caden, it's time to work out. And he'll be like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to get up. But he'll go to, like, he intentionally goes to bed in his workout clothes, right? So he'll be like, I'm going to go to bed. He puts on his shorts and all that stuff. And he gets ready so that in the morning, all he has to do is put on his shoes. This is all him doing. I never told him to do this. This is his strategy. And so I say, it's time to get up. And he'll be like, oh, I don't want to. I'm like, okay, well, it's 5 o'clock. Are we going to work out? I'm like, okay, well, if you don't work out, I'm going to go back to bed. He's like, no, I'm getting up. Here I come. Like, he makes himself get up. It's crazy. It's so inspiring. And, again, encouraging for me. And he's kind of forcing me to be consistent. So, because I want to encourage that in him. So, that's what we're doing right now. Yes, he is, Tina. He's a great motivation. Hey, David. Thanks for watching. Dina says she'll test out the gel. Tamara says she can't wait. I'm so excited. You guys are excited for it. Adina said T25 is no joke. It's not. T25 is crazy. Shanti is nuts. But I love him. He's so funny. I don't know if y'all follow him on Instagram, but he just like, the stuff he says, like, he's just like, he always has time for people who come for him, but yet he's also like, I'm unbothered. And he posts him and his boyfriend and their kids, or not, I'm sorry, his husband and their kids, and he's really funny. I love him. But he's no joke. Yes, T25 is crazy. And Transform 20 is crazy as well. Melissa said, did I miss the date for the gel? No. Gel's not available yet. We're still working on it, Melissa, so don't you worry. As soon as it's available, I will let the nation know first. And with that, I think I've answered all the questions and comments. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this video. If you are watching on replay, don't forget to comment replay. And if you are at the end of this video, don't forget that tomorrow, February 1st, we are going to start the 7-day face mask challenge. So you're going to be using step 1. I will come on live tomorrow to demonstrate how to do it. It's super simple. You're literally just going to put it on your face, let it sit for a few minutes, and then you're gonna wash it off. And we're only gonna do it for 7 days, and we're gonna track our progress to see how our skin is doing for that period of 7 days, okay? The other thing is that don't forget that step 1 is on sale. Step 1, 8 ounces, not the 2 ounces, not the 16 ounces, not the gallons. Step 1, 8 ounces is on sale for until we sell out of the amount that we need to move, because we haven't we make too much basically. it's not old, it's not spoiled, nothing like that. It's just that we made a whole lot. We got like really overzealous and excited and made a ton, and so we have too much and we need to move it. And so it is 30% off. The code is FIYAH30, FIYAH 30. I advise that you guys get it, because when I put it onto the email list, they're probably going to take up most of it. So if you're in the nation, you get first dibs. Tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon, it'll go out. It'll go out to everybody else. Yes, silence, even the loose curl. Even the loose curl, girlfriend. So if you have pink, if you normally get the pink kind or the purple kind, you good, because it's 30% off. 30% off. You can literally get like 5 of them and still be like getting a steal. I've seen some of these people have gotten like, some of y'all nation folks, y'all done got like 6 bottles. I saw somebody else that bought 11 bottles. Like, y'all are really stocking up. So, you know, we don't normally have sales this big. Like our biggest sale amount is normally like 20%. So 30% is a steal. So make sure you stock up. The sale will end whenever the product is gone. So that could be tonight, probably not tonight, but it could be as early as tomorrow. It could be as early as later as next week. Who knows? So make sure you stock up. All right. FIYAH30, FIYAH30. All right. You guys have a blessed evening, and I will see you soon. Mwah.